Okay, this one says, example 4, a farmer has 1,600 yards of fence to enclose a rectangular field. What are the dimensions of the rectangular that encloses the most area? So again, the most area means it's going to give me the largest area, right? So 1,600 yards, students, that will represent the perimeter, and they have your shape drawn out with already variables used. It looks like we have X on the top and X on the bottom, and W's are being used on the left and the right. So perimeter equals, okay, 2X plus 2W. Now we have 1,600 yards, so that's going to get substitute in for the perimeter. So 1,600, not 16, my bad, 1,600 equals 2X, students, plus 2W, okay? Then it says here, what are the dimensions of the rectangle that encloses the most area, which means the largest area, okay? Well, we are looking for largest area, question mark. And the formula for the area is going to be length times width. In this case, they have a variable W and X, so X times W. Now, we cannot solve one equation, student, with two inputs, X and W. So we have to pick. We can write it as A of X, or really equal to something, or A of W. It's really a personal preference here. There's no right or wrong. Whatever you decide to use as your input, then we just have to solve for that variable, okay? So if we choose A of X, that means we're going to keep X, okay? That means we have to solve for W to substitute in here. If we write or want to use A of W, that means we keep W, and that means we're going to solve for X. So again, no difference at all. I'm going to use A of X because that's just the first one I have written here. That means I'm going to go and solve for W from your perimeter formula. So to solve for W, I'm going to try to isolate the W, meaning I'm about to move 2X to the other side. So 1,600, students, minus 2X equals 2W. Next is to divide each and every term by 2. That's going to give us, divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. So that's going to give us a W equals 16 divided by 2 is 8. So that's going to be 800. 2X divided by 2 is going to be X. So 1W is 800 minus X. That gets chucked in here, 800 minus X, just like that. Okay. So now we can definitely solve this by using a calculator. Or again, you can solve it by finding the vertex. But let's go and let's practice using your calculator, guys, so that way you know how to graph, especially if you're not very good at using your TIs, okay? So I have to pull up my TI really quickly, my borrowed TI from the internet, clear out what I have here. We want to punch in y1 equals X, oops, that's not what I meant, X times 800 minus X, okay? Close it. Now, oops, I meant to close. Oof, I deleted the whole thing. 800 minus X, close. Okay. Remember, we only have 1,600 yards of fence. So we want to know if we have 4 sides, right? And let's just say one of the sides is really, really small. I'm sorry, not one side, the rectangle. So if the 2 sides are really small, leaving the remaining 2 sides to be about half of 16. So my window is going to say 0 to 800. Okay, so your window is going to say minimum 0, non-inclusive because we can't really have a dimension that's 0. Then we're going to go down. We can't have 800. Then that, if we have 800 for 2 sides, you're not leaving any amount left for the other. We need to make a rectangle. So these are both non-inclusive. Zoom and zoom fit. So zoom and 0. Okay, so there's your quadratic. We are going to go and trace the maximum. So second trace. Number 4 is your max. And right bound, go left, left. Okay, hit enter. Left bound, go. The right bound, hit enter. Now go to the right because it's asking for right bound. Go right, hit enter. Yes, we do want to hit yes. Okay, so it's looking like 399.9999999. So that's very close to 400. Okay, so your x is going to be 400. Let's go back and type that in. So it's asking what dimensions it's going to give us the largest area. So x, based on your calculator, x was 400, and let's see the unit yards. Okay, and x is going to be your base here. Dimension means you need your base and you need your height. W looks like is your height, or in this case maybe the width. If x is 400, w then would also be 400, because w is 800 minus x, and x is 400. That will leave us 400 for the width as well. So dimensions will be 400 by 400. Okay, dimensions. Okay, 400 yards by 400 yards. That will answer dimensions. Okay,